From a studio beneath the festering pusshole of Hollywood comes Beyond the News with your anchor them, Eugene Victor.
Welcome to Beyond the News, America's only and most watched satirical news show produced by a socialist. Speculation is running rampant on the Beltway over who will be Ukraine Joe's vice presidential running mate. As the war party continues its charade of shenanigans, top contenders include Warren, Camilla the cop, and that girl. Authorities with no authority claimed yesterday that the constitutional dismantling virus causes neck rashes. Therefore, officials have reclassified Jeffrey Epstein's death as COVID-related, thus bringing the U.S. death toll to 5,000,001. Longtime billionaire fuckwad and erstwhile country doctor Bill Gates, seen here administering one of his deadly concoctions to a poor African girl, wants to test everyone for the COVID-19 virus. So in the spirit of public health, please send your stool samples to the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, P.O. Box 23350, Seattle, Washington, 98102. Folks, are weeds clogging your otherwise beautiful manicured lawn that no one can see because everyone is cowering in their house? Well, then try new Square Down from Bear Santo. Kills weeds in minutes and poisons all life forms within a 2-mile radius in weeks. If you really care more about a weedless lawn than the health of yourself, your family, or your pets and neighbors, then you really need to try Square Down from Bear Santo. And be sure to donate to Beyond the News by going to the Orthicon Ghost homepage and going to the upper right-hand corner as you block my light and clicking on the donate and subscribe button. Thank you. Oh, the graphic. RFK Jr. appeared on the Valuetainment channel for a long-form 2-hour-plus interview. Throughout the week, Beyond the News will air clips from this interview. Here's our first one.
He's going to be able to look at, through facial recognition, have complete control of our society. You know, the other day, there were surfers who were, the police were down at Point Down, which is near where I live, and they were giving surfers $1,000 tickets, right? And so that's pretty offensive. But you can say, well, that was just overreaction, just an appalling judgment by these police. Ticketing people for going in the ocean, the sunshine where you're supposed to be, you know, to boost your immune system. And, but imagine if you don't need the police. Imagine if we live in a world where your movements are being tracked by satellites and by facial recognition and by GPS and by on your car, on your cell phone, so that at every moment of the day, the authorities know where you are and corporations know where you are. So when you go to the beach, they don't have to arrest you. They just send you $1,000 bill, but not only, they don't just send it to you. They just take it directly out of your cryptocurrency, you know, paycheck account. And we're all being, you know, by this, particularly this pandemic, is training us with new kinds of behavior, to do what we're told, to accept this kind of surveillance, to accept these constraints on our civil rights, to allow the government to come in and tell us, you stay at home, you don't go to the beach, you don't send your kids to school, you don't leave your house, and actually accept those kind of orders.
Yesterday was World Press Freedom Day. I have broad shoulders, a full head of hair, straight white teeth, the endowment of Hercules, and the staying power of Job. How in the and all that is holy did the human race survive this long without wearing masks. And time now for the death threat count against yours truly. Total so far is 35. That's a +5 increase from yesterday, or 17%. That's the way it is. Monday, May 4th, 2020. America's endless war is now 6,784 fucking days old, and martial law is 54 days old, you fucking fascist motherfucking jackbooted thugs.
This has been Beyond the News with your anchor them, Eugene Victor.